everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on 17 Culpepper House. I don't know if I've ever remodeled this apartment before, and I kind of realized that when I got in here. There's a lot of windows, which is nice when you're remodeling one of these apartments. Sometimes one of the main issues is you just don't have enough windows to have good lighting in some of your rooms, but this one does not have that issue. I actually ended up making the apartment a little smaller. I just wanted to take up the space more, and I didn't really feel like trying to come up with a huge layout. You could probably add another bedroom into this apartment. It's a pretty good size, but I stuck with just a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and a kitchen, dining, living room combo. I do end up changing the colors around quite a lot in this build, but right now I'm just still getting the floor plan laid out. And I started with the Jungle Adventure cabinets in the kitchen, like you can see they're up above. But as I was going through, I thought that these cabinets definitely looked more contemporary, modern, which is what I was going for in this build. So I just decided to switch them up. And I definitely liked that darker swatch for the color scheme I was going for. Speaking of which, this style of build was actually requested by Cinnamon Simmer. Thank you so much for putting in the request. I had a lot of fun doing this, as she wanted to see a modern, contemporary type build with green and maroon accent bold colors. So I thought that would be a lot of fun. Definitely not something I do very often. And funny story, I actually requested on her channel to see a Cape Cod inspired build, and she did that for me, and she used the same apartment. We didn't even talk about it. I thought that was really funny. Now I'm just working on the paint. I usually cut out a lot of the decision-making processes in my builds, mainly because I don't want to voice over an 1.5-hour long build video. But anyway, I did end up leaving some of these in because I changed my mind a lot during this build. And as you can see, I've made the hallway longer, and now you'll enter the bathroom and the bedroom from that hallway, and I end up putting an arch there in the diagonal wall to enter into the kitchen and living room. And that kind of made me inspired to make the kitchen a little bigger, so that's always nice. I don't know if I've ever used these cabinets in one of my builds. I actually really like them, and I also have never used that refrigerator in that brown swatch before, but I thought it looked pretty good in here. Black would have also looked good, but I went with such a dark color on the walls, and I ended up putting a dark flooring as well, so I thought the brown kind of gave it a little bit of a pop of color. That's one of my favorite stoves as well. I think it just looks so pretty and shiny. And here again, I'm changing my mind on the walls. I painted them all green this time, and now I'm going through putting in some pretty wood flooring and deciding on a dining table. It didn't take very long to decide on that. Now I'm adding in some purples to give it a little bit more of an eclectic feel. And I love that flower arrangement from Paranormal Pack. It's simply perfect. And I do end up using the couches from Paranormal Pack as well. They just can't be beat. I was thinking about using the, I think that's Tiny Living that I had over there, but I didn't like the pastels as much. I wanted the deep maroon purple color like Cinnamon had requested, so I ended up still just using the Paranormal Pack. What can you say? That's a really, really good stuff pack. I haven't actually even played with the gameplay at all. I just use it to build. Kind of like Nifty Knitting, all the stuff in that is really great, but I don't use the gameplay aspects of it very much. I'm not sure why I left that part of the rug in there. I didn't even end up using that rug. It is really pretty, but I did go with something a little more neutral. And speaking of which, I have decided to go with an exposed brick that's been painted. This is the final thing I decided to go with, is that painted brick in the living room. I thought it really brightened up that part of that side of the home, and then you've still got that pretty accent wall over there of that green, that jewel green. I have a friend that has their wall painted that color in their house, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I picked another one of those jewel green tones for the TV media stand, whatever you want to call it. And just trying to give him a little more light in here. I really like that light. I do wish it was just a little bit brighter, but I do like that light quite a bit. And just adding a few more pops of color with some paintings over here on the wall. Now I'm moving on into the hallway slash foyer, whatever you want to call it. We mostly call it a foyer down here. And I was trying to decide what sides of the walls I wanted to be brick, and I ended up going with the exterior walls being the brick, and then maybe they came in and made the new layout with the drywall, so it's all just normal drywall and painted. I wanted to make sure that the bathroom felt really open since it's kind of small, so I go with a really light green on the walls to match the painted brick back there. And at first I was going to go with just a green and white. I thought that would make it look really clean, but I do end up changing that up a little bit, which we'll see in a minute. And I'm just gonna go in. I thought I should add some skill building items in here, so I go ahead and squeeze a bookshelf over there in the corner and add a few little clutter items, another candle and some plants to that area to make it feel a little more cozy. I didn't want to clutter up anything too much in the house since it was more of a contemporary build, but I just can't help it. I gotta have some. Gotta have some clutter. Now we're in the kitchen again. I moved around a lot during this build. I did remember a trash can, so that's good. I'm really doing better at that. And I just decided to put a little plant over by the refrigerator to kind of take up that space a bit, but not be too cluttery. Added some tea bags and some seasonings, the cutting board, and just a little utensil holder there. I wanted the counter space to be nice and clean. And now we're moving on into the bedroom, and I got distracted a lot by some of the items I was seeing. So I put a bookshelf out in the hallway, and I ended up making that little nook into just like a storage room. I was gonna maybe put laundry in there, but I decided to just go with the storage room instead. I do put a built-in wardrobe in this room, move the bed over to make it even against the wall. And then I keep this room pretty simple. I really don't have a lot in here. I did put that pretty purple painting to break up the green in there, and then I just made like this custom mirror above the bed since I couldn't find anything I really liked. But I think it turned out really nice. Put some curtains up there for some privacy and a nice little lamp over in the corner. I do go back in and add a desk here in a little bit as well. And here's the bathroom again. Like I said, I was starting with a white and green look, but I ended up going with a brown. I don't know if I've ever done that style before, but it felt very earthy, earth tones, and I think it turned out really nice. I like how clean it looks. I liked that color combo quite a lot. Putting in that pretty sink, a nice mirror, and a hand towel. Gotta have the toilet paper by the toilet there too. It does look a little out of place. I kind of wish that we had like a stand-up toilet paper holder, but a girl can dream. Nice little plant and a rug. in there, and I used the fake laundry basket, so I didn't actually have to have laundry. You can, of course, always go in and add laundry if you'd like. And now we're moving back out into the hallway here. I just add a couple of little clutter items to this bookshelf. I didn't want to do a whole lot again. Didn't want it to be too cluttery. But I do end up putting a really pretty vase from Island Living. Just use a different swatch of that and a little pear picture up there. I'm not sure why Sims like pictures of fruit like that, but they do because it's available to us. And I'm going back in and adding a desk to have some more skill building items in the home. And I just add a chair and a lamp. Just make it really simple. Nothing crazy in this room. And I made a little custom table out here. I just flipped around one of the ones from Parenthood that had the little shelves and stuff on it because I didn't want all the color. And I put a pretty plant and a little candle out here. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Make sure you check out Cinnamon Simmer's channel as well. I'll link her stuff down at the bottom. Thank you for your suggestion. This was a lot of fun. If you guys want to see anything specific being built, please let me know down in the comments below. I really like to branch out and do different things. Make sure to leave me a comment, a like, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.